Hello, and welcome to Life After the Family Home. Smart conversations about downsizing and planning the next chapter. Today's conversation is about a moment many homeowners eventually experience. A moment that often arrives quietly, not suddenly, and not always when we expect it. It's the moment when the family home, the home that once felt exactly right, begins to feel just a little different. For many years, the family home was the center of life. Children growing up, holidays around the table, busy mornings, school activities, and weekends filled with activity. The house made sense. Every room had a purpose, every space was used. But over time, life begins to change. Children grow up. They begin lives of their own. And gradually, the house begins to feel quieter. Rooms that were once busy every day may sit empty most of the time. The guest bedroom rarely has guests. The playroom is no longer a playroom. And sometimes, homeowners begin to notice something else. The house itself hasn't changed, but the lifestyle inside the house has. This is a conversation that real estate professional Skip Benton has seen many homeowners begin to have over the years. Not because they are unhappy with their homes, but because they begin asking an important question. Does this house still fit the life we want going forward? It's an interesting moment, because the house may still be beautiful. It may still hold decades of memories. But something feels different. Sometimes it's the maintenance. Large homes require care. Yards need attention. Repairs come along. Cleaning takes time. And what once felt manageable may begin to feel like more work than it used to. Sometimes the realization comes in smaller ways. A staircase that gets used less often. Rooms that stay closed most of the time. Or simply noticing that a large portion of the home is rarely used anymore. For many homeowners, this realization doesn't mean they need to move immediately, but it often starts a new kind of thinking. Instead of asking, how long have we lived here? The question becomes, how do we want to live in the years ahead? And that question can open the door to a very thoughtful conversation, because downsizing is not really about moving to a smaller house. It's about deciding what kind of lifestyle makes the most sense moving forward. For some homeowners, the answer is simple. They love their home, they love their neighborhood, and they decide to stay exactly where they are. For others, the conversation begins to move in a different direction. They begin imagining a home that requires less upkeep, a home that is easier to maintain, or perhaps a home that is designed specifically for the next stage of life. What's interesting is that many homeowners discover something unexpected during this process. The idea of downsizing can feel emotional at first. After all, the family home represents many years of life, birthdays, graduations, family gatherings, and countless memories. But over time, some homeowners begin to see downsizing in a different way, not as something being lost, but as something new being created. A home that fits the lifestyle they want today. A home that gives them more flexibility, less maintenance, and sometimes more freedom. Freedom to travel, freedom to spend time with family, freedom to focus on experiences rather than upkeep. These conversations don't happen overnight, and they don't happen the same way for everyone. Some homeowners think about it for years. Others begin the conversation after a single moment, when they realize the house simply feels larger than it once did. What matters most is simply beginning the conversation, thinking about the possibilities, and recognizing that life naturally evolves over time. That's really the purpose of these discussions, to talk openly about the questions many homeowners eventually face, to explore the choices that come with the next chapter, and to recognize that the family home, while incredibly meaningful, may not always need to remain exactly the same forever. In many cases, homeowners who begin this conversation early discover something important. They have time. Time to think carefully, time to consider their options, and time to make thoughtful decisions about how they want the next stage of life to look. That's why these conversations exist, because the goal isn't simply to talk about real estate. The goal is to talk about lifestyle, about planning, and about creating a future that feels comfortable, manageable, and rewarding. So if you've ever found yourself walking through your home and realizing that some rooms are quieter than they once were, you're not alone. Many homeowners eventually reach that moment. The important thing is simply to begin thinking about what comes next. Thank you for joining this conversation about life after the family home. Smart conversations about downsizing and the possibilities that come with the next chapter. And I'll see you in the next conversation.